Hey everybody, Mickey here. Welcome back to the Final Fantasy X walkthrough. Let's go ahead and take the elevator up to the command center. Last time we were able to end off on a nice little cutscene regarding Luzu, Wakka, Lulu. Basically explaining that Luzu was the one that convinced Chappu to enlist. We also figured out that Chappu was going to be engaged to Lulu. So, again, we just learn a little bit more about their past. These are all the machina here that
Curses.
the Crusaders are going to be using towards Sin.
He really hates them, huh?
Chappu. He left the sword Wakka gave him in Besaid, and he fought with an Al-Bhed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
I don't know, I mean, it feels like we're doing pretty good with a sword and a blitzball and whatever the hell Luca's weapon is. So, I think that a gun would be even better. Anyway, let's go ahead and move forward. None of the NPCs here actually give any items that I know of. If you guys know of any, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty positive that, I mean, I've done a pretty good amount of research and strategizing as far as like building walkthrough. I've talked to everybody. I don't think I ever got anything from these NPCs. Actually, I take that back. You can get the tough ring that I got in the very beginning of Mushroom Rock Road. You can get it actually here from an NPC if you didn't already get it in the beginning. This stabbing it? God. Anyway, I guess the Crusaders are going along with their plan to use the Sinspawn to draw Sin out.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that. It might be a hopeless campaign, and it might mean defying Yevon. But the Crusaders and the Al-Bhed, they're doing their best to defeat Sin.
That may be their
They
best,
want to
but
rid
that's
Sphere
really
of
bad
Sin
if that's
forever.
the case. I wouldn't condone
And
this,
that's just
Yuna.
what we want too, isn't it? Isn't it?
All right.
We do, but we want it fruitful. This
But I
doesn't...
still think Machina are bad news.
This
They're
doesn't
forbidden
look
for a
like that at
reason.
all.
Lady Summoner, there you are. The command center is that way. Maester Kinoc is also there.
Maester Kinoc too?
Yes. Please, hurry, my lady.
The first time we hear of Maester Kinoc. Figure out more about him later. Yeah, here's all the Crusaders preparing here. Oh, look at this, they even enlist little children? Are you gonna talk to me? What's going on here? Jesus. Ugh. Good God. Anyways, we go over here, we can get a little save sphere. And we figure out Owaka's right here.
Monopoly's a great thing. Things are selling no matter what the price. Oops, sorry, I forgot.
God. Well, best to you, Owaka. He's got a lot of really interesting weapons here. So, disregarding most of the armor, Confused Ward, I guess, is something to note, but not really that great. Specifically the weapons. You have a sentry here that gives initiative. That's a weapon for Orin. Initiative essentially helps improve the ambush rate. It basically makes it so that you can't get ambushed. Like I've been facing all these ambushes. TKO is for Wakka Stone Touch, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and get. Pretty good, actually. I'm not going to equip it now, You can also get an Avenger for Tidus, which is a counterattack weapon. I'm not going to get that because I'm trying to gear my playthrough specifically through getting into encounters that will... I should be able to beat them in one round type of mentality, so I'm not really looking to get hit by people often, or monsters often. Just doing a little bit of clearance here for a little bit. Just clearing the shelves type of thing. Don't need this anymore. But yeah, O'aka's definitely got some pretty good items. I wanted to show this off real fast. It's even known that he's just taking advantage of everybody here.
The operation will begin shortly. Please check all your equipment.
You alright?
Of course not. I came here to fight Sin. But they stick me here.
If you want to prove yourself.
Huh?
First, you must complete the tasks you are given.
Yeah. I agree with Orin. What you can do, though...
Doing what they say, it just won't be enough.
If you talk to Gata here, what you can do is you can give specific suggestions, I should say. You should be out in the front lines, or guarding the command center is important too. If you choose, yeah, you should be out in the front lines. Gata will do exactly that and go to the front lines. I'm going to tell him that guarding the command center is important, specifically because for those that have played Final Fantasy X-2, I'm pretty positive this is the canon route. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do this.
You'd think the same if you were me.
We'll figure out why that's more important a little bit later.
Oh.
This fat prick.
I had heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet.
Strange.
Good to see you, Orin.
Strange hug.
Years, is it?
That's Wen Kinoc, one of the 4 Maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks, and also commands the Crusaders.
Got a history with Orin, too, it looks.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Sir.
Tell me, Orin, where have you been the last 10 years?
We don't have time for this now, do we?
This plan won't work. You know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
What?
Lord Kinoc.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
It's essentially
Kinoc,
understood
Maester.
that this is a terrible plan.
I heard that, Orin. A lot has happened the last 10 years. What were you doing and where?
Fulfilling a promise I made to a friend. I still am.
Suppose he's
Just
talking
tell
about
me one
Jack.
thing. Have you seen Zanarkand?
I kinda think we don't belong here.
Interesting.
It is time at last. We must tell the Albed waiting outside to begin the operation at once. The fiends may break through. This place is not safe. Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're ready.
Kinoc seems to give off more than I think that he should be in front of people like Yuna. Let's get this chest in the back as well, along with that Mega Potion here, because in here, go ahead and grab a Serene Bracer, just for Orin. There's a little bit of HP. Let's do some Sphere Gritting. But yeah, Kinoc asks Orin if he saw Zanarkand, which brings up a fairly decent question that I don't believe is ever answered throughout the game. Real fast on Sphere Gritting here. I'm going to open up this level 1 Key Sphere, but I'm going to hold Lulu here for a specific reason. Kinoc essentially states, you know, have you seen Zanarkand? Yet the Zanarkand here in Spira is known to have been destroyed. At least that's what we've understood the whole game. So it's essentially just understood. This is really good, by the way. This ability, Sleep Attack, we'll be using it quite a bit. It's understood that Kinoc seems to know more about Tidus's Zanarkand than he shows. I mean, he knows something, obviously. So, again, something interesting to know, and it's never really fully expanded upon either. Let's go ahead and heal up after that sphere gridding here. We get the ability to. And just like the Crusader has explained, we're going to want to go ahead and make sure that we're all prepared for this battle here that's coming here with Operation Meathen.
I'm a little nervous.
Anything could happen. Make sure you're ready for combat.
If these aren't good enough hints for you, you just want to go ahead and make sure that you're fully equipped, you're fully ready to prepare battle. I think that just about does it, honestly. Oh, I guess with Orin. I just want to have all of my... no one on a strike, elemental strike
Go
weapon.
to Yuna.
Instead, just neutral damage. Talk to this Crusader when you're ready.
Are you ready?
And let's do it.
Maester Kinoc, please.
Will Sin come?
Sin always returns for its spawn. To make sure, we're going to encourage them to call out to it.
You won't have to. It'll come.
I remembered Orin telling me. Sin is my old man. Sin is Jekt.
Okay. Were you going anywhere with that, Tidus, or was that just a just a random thought? I think it's interesting. How the hell did these guys capture the Crusaders? You guys have a pretty good handle on this Sinspawn to capture it like that. Of course, you wouldn't have a full-on scenario like this without having some excitement. As a matter of fact, the Sinspawn has gotten out. And this is the first boss that we're going to have that's going to grant us a little bit of issues. Sinspawn Gui. I should have actually went ahead and put in my faster party units. Let's go ahead and bring in Yuna. Specifically because I want to use Null Shock. There are multiple parts to Sinspawn Gui. There are the arms, the torso, and the head. The head can cast Thunder, which is exactly why I pulled that Null Shock with Yuna. The arms themselves will hit for a ton of damage. Or I should say the torso actually does that action. The arms themselves have armor, so they need to be dealt with through piercing weapons. So, that being said, what I would like to go ahead and do is, let's get Tidus in here, cast Haste on Orin, and use attack, oh no, not attack, Power Break, I can get to it, on the torso. We're going to figure out if that hit or not.
So the arms are for defense.
But just like Orin says here, we see that with the arms being active, that we got Power Break, we see. The arms being active, we don't have the ability to damage the torso very well. So, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and cast Haste with Kimahri on himself. If you remember, like I told you, the arms have... Well, the arms have armor.
Aim for the head.
So we need to take it out with piercing weapons. So, before... Now, by the way, the head is moving around, but you'll see that it's before Auron's next turn, so we have a little bit of time. What I'm going to go ahead and do is try to work on the arms here with Auron and Kimahri. Still hit for a good amount of damage, as you see there. Nice hit, Kimahri. That's good. And now let's go ahead and bring in... When the head is shaking like that, you want to try to hit it... You want to, not try, but you want to go ahead and target the head as best as you can. And the way that you do that is through Lulu or Wakka. Just like the Sin battle from a while back when we were headed to Kinoc, you can only take out the head through Lulu and Wakka. Lulu's spells, or any other spells in general, or Wakka, his Blitzball. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and continue on taking out these arms. Man, there's a couple of overkills from Kimahri. Nice shot. Now that the arms are gone, let's go ahead and bring in Wakka. And Lulu and Wakka, what they're going to do is just go ahead and focus on the head, taking him out. The head will go ahead and cast Demi as well as Thunder. And if you remember, I went and charged up Ifrit's Overdrive, so I'm going to actually bring him out right now. Ideally, what I want to happen, and this might not, but if you see here, when I hover over Overdrive, you'll see that my turn section is way after. That's because, like I had explained, see if I went ahead and used Meteor Strike, or maybe even Fire, Ifrit gets a turn a lot sooner compared to when he uses Hellfire. So, I'm still going to go ahead and use Hellfire. Hopefully this takes out the head. I kind of a long hope, I'll be honest. Might not do that much damage. But, with all those turns that the Sinspawn is going to get, hopefully it can attack Ifrit enough where I can go ahead and get another Overdrive for Ifrit. So it doesn't look like the head got taken out. However, with it moving, quote-unquote, suspiciously like that, that's Venom. That's the primary attack that the Sinspawn head will use. Cast poison on you. So the arms are back. This is just a billion turns. Look at this. Don't die. Okay, he's not dead. Great. He has his Overdrive. I could use it again, but again, I think that's kind of cheap. I just wanted to be able to get another Overdrive so that I don't have to charge it again. But as you saw there, I just wanted to show off what happens if you don't actually attack the head when it's shaking like that. Wow, 90 damage? Hellfire couldn't take out 90 more damage? No worries. Just take it out now. Alright, let's go ahead and get Kimahri and Auron back in here and take out these arms. Because after taking out the head, and you can see the head is taken out because of the fact that it's grayed out now, or black, or whatever tinge that color is. That's how you know it's dead. But we want to go ahead and now focus our efforts on the torso. Go ahead and bring Tidus in. Go ahead and haste himself. I know that Auron is in the yellow HP right now, but, well, now I guess it's worth healing because we're all kind of taking some damage. But honestly, we should be pretty fine. The torso still has Power Break on him, so I'm not too worried. And now, I'm going to go ahead and start cheering, because that's going to boost our strength and our defense. I do need to make sure that Wakka gets a little bit, one turn at the very least, because I don't think I've used him for participation credit. It would be a shame to finish this battle and him not gain any AP, so I want to make sure I do that here. Probably swap Auron out right now. And, you know what, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and just show off attack reels. The way that is Elemental elements, or his overdrive works, is that there's going to be this slot, and you want to go ahead and hit... I was really off with my timing there. It was super bad. I'm a little rusty. But yeah, you want to use these slots to get as many hits as you can. Typically, I can be able to get 6 hits, or the 2-2-2, which does 12, by the way, because it doubles. But I wasn't able to do it there, so no worries. A little bit rusty. Now, my goal in killing the Sinspawn is to actually go ahead and get around 800 damage for an overkill. Again, I'd like to go ahead and try to get an overkill with, well, whoever can hit it, honestly. Man, look at how good haste is. Wakka hasn't even had a turn since. It's very likely that those arms are going to regenerate. If so, no worries, we can take him out again. But I just wanted to bring Wakka in here so that we could get a little bit of participation for him. Let's go ahead and use a Mega Potion, which cures all of us, which is pretty nice. Nice, very good. One more cheer. I'm not sure if I've done 5 already, so we're just doing one more just in case. But at this point, Kimahri and Tidus are all stacked up. Pretty much good to go here to be able to deal out strong enough damage. Auron, not as much of a case, but yeah, as you see here, we're taking him out pretty quickly by having all those cheers and our current strength that we're at right now. So I just want to make sure that I'm not killing him quite yet, because I'm going to go ahead and use... Yeah, I think we're good. Go ahead and defend. And let's go ahead and use Tidus' Spyro Cut. He only has 1,000 damage. And this will obviously do more than the overkill amount of 800. And that's exactly what happens. So, boom. That's how you go ahead and take on the Sinspawn Gui with minimal stress and damage. See, the left-hand corner, there was a big machine set up. This is it. Here's the climax of Operation Mi'ihen right here now. I believe this is the first time we get to see Sin's face. Just like Maester Kinoc and Maester Seymour essentially stated, this is not doing any damage at all, this Sin. I suppose Seymour didn't chime in and say that, but Kinoc definitely did.
Look out!
I guess that was his armor? I'm not really sure how this all works. Yeah. Sin's devastation strikes yet again, just like we saw at Kilica. This takes one little bomb, Sinspawn bomb, to be able to take out everybody. And after all is said and done, this Sinspawn is still not finished yet. Well, must be pretty strong to be able to hold him back like that.
Yes.
And here we're brought to another fight with Sinspawn. That'll do it for this time, guys. We'll catch you later.